Hello, and a warm welcome to Unleashing Your Inner Dragon. Talks on Bruce Lee, psychology, philosophy, and the paths of personal liberation. In today's talk, I am going to focus all the attention onto one person in particular who had the biggest impact on Bruce Lee. And it's not Ip Man. Ip Man had an influence as Bruce's Wing Chun teacher. That's certainly true. He influenced Bruce in terms of his fighting style and some aspects of his thinking. But there was a far greater influence on Bruce Lee than Ip Man. And that person was Jiddu Krishnamurti. When Bruce Lee injured his back in 1970, he spent many months incapacitated and in bed. And according to his wife Linda, he used that time to read all of Krishnamurti's works. So Bruce had a very thorough understanding of Krishnamurti's message. And this message really resonated with Bruce, both in terms of his martial art, Jeet Kune Do, and also his life. Krishnamurti's essential message can be summed up in the title of a book he has, which is Freedom from the Known. Krishnamurti believed that the biggest problem human beings faced was the conditioning that they are given from birth, the conditioning of the family, the conditioning of school, the conditioning of the religion they grow up in, the state, the system around them. And that we are conditioned very heavily to believe certain things and to not believe things. And Krishnamurti believed that it was our conditioning that caused us to have so many problems. And in particular, Krishnamurti focused on one area very much, and it was the conditioning of time. You see, Krishnamurti taught that we need to go beyond time psychologically. That time is useful, clearly. It's useful to know what time it is in terms of your day and meeting somebody, etc. That's fine. So time serves a purpose, and it takes time to learn certain skills. It takes time to learn to play a piano, to drive a car, to learn a martial art. But what Krishnamurti said was it does not take time to change. And this message resonated deeply with Bruce. The whole concept of not being bound by tradition and culture resonated strongly with him. So strongly, in fact, that after reading the works of Krishnamurti, Bruce disbanded his schools completely of martial arts. He decided that it wasn't possible to teach people in a class, that it had to be done on a one-to-one basis. He also took this philosophy of freedom from the known into his work as an actor, into his work of filmmaking, where he wanted to be original and creative, which you can't do if you're stuck in the known. Now, of course, not to say that knowledge isn't useful, of course it is, but what we're saying here is that freedom from the known means that you can choose which parts of the knowledge that you have and the conditioning that you're given is worth keeping, is worth accessing and using. So Bruce's whole philosophy after 1970 is very different to pre-1970, which is why I always say that the biggest influence on Bruce Lee's life was not Ip Man, it was Jiddu Krishnamurti. This is a point that is sadly very missing from most books about Bruce Lee. Certainly missing from the 1993 biopic Dragon. There's no mention at all of Krishnamurti in that film, which is outrageous, because being such a significant figure in Bruce's life, it's crazy that that's not mentioned. So Krishnamurti doesn't get the credit, in my opinion, that he deserves. And Bruce Lee also the credit for actually applying Krishnamurti's teaching. And this is crucial because so many people study Krishnamurti. So many people went to his talks and the result was a big zilch, a big zero. But Bruce took those teachings, he took those messages and he applied them in life. And that's what counts. That's really what counts. It's all about application. Thank you very much for watching.